First and foremost, how's the ankle right now? When do you expect to be back?
I feel really great. I feel really, really good. Expected to, be on the start.
What stands out to you about this group compared to previous teams you've been with this franchise already?
Oh man, well I think I saw all the cameras, lights in action. I think we mastered a standpoint of even though we're a young team, we cultivated here and even here how competitive we are, and we know that our standards gonna be high. But I think we have a program and organization, and even a culture now after just only a couple of days of we want to go and compete and play against the best, and we know what it's gonna require. And I think for us, we want to keep stacking days, obviously, but I think that we developed our competitive nature now, and I think that's set in stone, and I feel good about it.
Kelsey, could you pull that mic down?
There you go.
Thank you. Sorry.
I'm coaching. I'm a good coach. When you think about where this team has come from last year, so many close calls, could have been in the playoffs, and taking that next step now, and knowing that the foundation is in place now, it's just about going out there and doing it.
I feel to your point about how close we were last year. We made a lot of great strides, and I think the sky's the limit. But more importantly, I think now that we add, great pieces, a really, really great piece, I think we can expand who we are in so many ways now, on and off the floor, obviously. But specifically on the floor, we can, do so many things and master so many different ways of scoring and defending the ball in different ways and just being aggressive because we are young. But more importantly, we all develop a really great IQ together so far. So.
I think Dana and Lou got hands up back there, third round. Lou, go ahead.
Just how has the vibe changed?
Completely.
Overall, has it changed in practice? Has it changed walking around town?
Yeah.
Just all of those things.
Honestly, when I first got here, because I was one of the last ones to get here, unfortunately, but I saw the security and I was like, Ryan, man, what's up with all the security? It didn't really dawn on me, right? So I was like, I saw a big guy, looked like he was in the CIA. I was like, he's something. But it's been a really, really great feeling from a standpoint of, for one, I feel like the women's basketball game and culture has grown in ways that, we've seen it, as a player, we've been playing like this. But to know that we as a culture and as the women's basketball world is getting, in a way, the flowers we deserve, and having a really great Caitlin Clark come in and kind of even push that narrative, it kind of goes to show how great this city could be behind women's basketball and where it could go for us. So I'm excited.
Dana, go ahead.
Hey there. What impact do you think Caitlin Clark will have? Do you think you guys could literally go from a losing season to the playoffs this year just because of her?
I'll say that who Caitlin Clark is and what she brings to the table on and off the floor, because I've got a chance to talk and get to know who she is as a person, and that's more important to me. I think who she is and what she brings to us will enhance what we did last year and take it to another level for sure. When you got a person that can shoot the ball like that from different areas of the floor, the game goes from this to this, So we're going to take that and utilize it for what it needs to be. And hopefully Caitlin can be comfortable enough with us to, still be who she is and be that great player that she is for sure.
Chloe, go ahead, then Mike in the front row.
Yeah, the team had a lot of experience in really close games last year, even though you may have been unfortunately on the wrong side of them. Just how can you use that experience this year in those close games to be on the right side of it?
I think the best thing that you can have in this league of 144 players is experience. And so we're going to take those moments that we did have last year in the games and the film, and we're going to take the new pieces that we have, show them how it was and how it went, and hopefully use it towards what we can do to be successful for the following years. So I'm excited about them experiencing the preseason games, the travel, all that kind of stuff plays a part, and it kind of goes into the WNBA experience. And so I think once they get that quote-unquote experience, it's going to make for a great team.
Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Kelsey, I wonder if I could sneak in too. First, if you could just talk about your pride. You've been the one who's been here through, I would say, ups and downs, but a lot of downs. And then, how much you appreciate this moment that maybe other people, you may appreciate it more than anybody. And then if you could also just talk about having two of the greatest three-point shooters in the history of the game, you and Caitlin, on the same team, and then even adding in a Katie Samuelson, how much that is going to help this team to have that kind of shooting depth.
And in this era, being able to shoot the ball on different levels and different spectrums is amazing. So to know that we have, really great shooters around us is really fun. You'd be surprised. Threes are better than twos for our team. So if that's the mantra that we got to go with, we will. I would say from, seeing the lows and seeing the highs, I think for me, I wouldn't have changed my process personally. I've been fortunate to be around really great players to come through Indy, and we feel short, and the culture feels short. But I wouldn't trade my journey and how I got here for anything in the world. I think the losses made me who I am. I think the losses made our culture what it is now, what we expect from each other now, to even give to these young players in 2024. So I'm excited about our future, but I would never change my past. I know what I had to do to get to this point, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So.
Got two more, Chloe and Tony, finish up.
Yeah, you mentioned rookies experiencing travel for the first time. Just how different is it in your experience going from charter flight to Ohio State and kind of commercial for the first time traveling as a team?
I tell you this much, I feel bad for our rookies because, when you're used to something, you like, are you joking? Are you serious? Or like, that experience is one for the making. Hopefully, who knows, man. They might bring a PJ in here, so we might can go from, I might be on a private jet this year. So, but no, on a more serious note, it's important to have that experience as a WNBA player, because not a lot of people can recognize and understand what we go through from a day-to-day basis, especially when you travel day in and day out to go play, other great teams and what you have to do to get there. So it'll be an eye opener. It'll be funny in a way, but we'll support them along the way for sure.
Kelsey, the court's going from this to this. How'll that help you specifically?
I think for me personally, finding those spaces, getting downhill, touching the paint, collapsing two, and then finding one. And if I find the one and it's Katie Lou or Caitlin Clark or any of the great shooters, Celeste Taylor, if you got any of those guys, that now it's like I said, that spacing kind of opens up, and if I can attack and get to where I need to go and then pitch and find the one more to score or find the greatest shot. I think that's just really great basketball. So I look forward to that, actually. So.
All right, Kelsey, appreciate it.
Thank you.
For your time.
You guys have a good one.